Welcome to Current Chatter, the place where we dive into the latest news and happenings going on around the world. Join mother and son duo Kota and Losa as they engage in lively debates over current affairs and anything else that sparks a discussion. With diverse perspectives and a bit of fun, you never know what topics will come up next. Tune in every Friday afternoon for your weekly dose of Current Chatter.
What's up, guys? Welcome to another thrilling episode of Current Chatter. With me, as always, is Mama. Mama, how are you?
I am doing really good. I was super duper sick last week. I had the worst cold in the world that your dad brought home from Alaska and got me sick. And I'm not 100%, but I'm close.
Yeah. How sick was he when he got home? Because Dad never gets sick.
Dad never gets sick, like never, ever. And I felt bad for him. He was really, really sick. Then 2 days after he got home, I got sick. But we're doing okay.
Yeah. Over state line sickness, that's different, huh? You've never brought something back like that.
No, never. Shitty.
Was it just a cold or a flu or what?
I think they all got sick. Everybody who went with him, everybody that went with him got sick too. So it was just
that's
something
what they get for not inviting us.
Yep, bastards.
Exactly.
Just kidding.
She's not.
Sorry, not sorry.
But I'm glad you're having a much better week than last week.
Yes. And then the week before that, I was just tired. I was so tired.
Mm-hmm.
Lot going on. How about for you?
Well, this week's been really good. I had a super bad migraine yesterday, so I called out of work. But other than that, I've been rocking and rolling. Things are going good at work. At least I think so. I don't know if everybody else would say the same thing, but I think they're going good.
I think I do the same thing. Yeah. I was going to tell you that I had migraines all growing up. You knew that. I was always suffering from a migraine. Cancer cured my migraines.
That's all I got to do is go get cancer?
Can you believe that? I wouldn't recommend it. It's a 10 out of 10 would not recommend. But as things go, it was a nice
trade-off.
Yes, it was a nice trade-off. Because migraines were bad when I growing up.
And I've always had migraines. Like ever since puberty, I've always gotten migraine. You remember when I would get migraines and my nose would bleed and I'd vomit? And you guys took me in to go get because I only get migraines on the left side. Like it's always in the central located area on my left side of my forehead. And Mom and Pops took me in to go get like an MRI to make sure I didn't have a tumor or anything. But I don't. I have a crater in my face. There's like part of my skull that didn't fully close. So I just have like this hole in my face.
Yeah.
It's a small one. It's not huge, but that was the only thing that the MRI said. Other than that, I am a genius.
You are. Totally.
Said, this motherfucker's got a big brain. So big he can only use 2% of it.
Guess what? I'm sorry. This is just our laughter reminded me of not next week, but the week after that. Happy Gilmore 2 comes out the 25th of July on Netflix.
God. Oh
so we
my
are
God.
definitely going to have to watch that and then
go over it. Yeah,
yeah,
so we have to watch the first Happy Gilmore and then the second one just to compare the two, but I'm so stoked.
Dad wanted to watch the first one yesterday. And I was like, no, let's just watch the second. So you're saying we need to watch the first and then the second.
Yeah, it's got to be like a movie marathon. Like, you have to do it that way. You got to do it back to back. So it's fresh on your mind while you're watching the second one.
All right.
Deal?
I can do deal.
Okay. Rin and I, over the weekend, we checked out this really cool documentary on the Titan. Do you remember the Titan in 2023 that got lost trying to find the Titanic and it imploded?
Remember 2023 was cancer.
Yeah.
And I don't remember anything from 2023, to be honest with you. But me and Dad did watch that documentary 2 weekends ago, right when it came out.
Yeah. What did you think of it?
That dude was crazy.
That dude was a narcissist on fucking meth. Like, just crazy.
Right.
He didn't...
And I just don't think that he took it, like, it was It's
He
just
didn't listen to
sad.
anybody. He didn't listen to any of the professionals. These people have made their whole lives, their whole careers out of these fields that they were doing, and he just was like, I know better because I am, what was he? He was an engineer of space, but yet he was trying to engineer things underwater. Like, that's two totally different things. And the fact that they were using, was it carbon fiber? Was it carbon fiber as the hull? And it kept imploding, and he was like, well, let's just make it thicker. Let's just try it thicker.
The thing that you got your dad, he's like the pinging noises when the threads would break.
No, there's no fucking way.
I hear it once, I'm like, done.
If I'm getting in a submarine and it's screaming at me to get out, oh, hell no, there's no way. Rin was screaming at the television like, it's obviously telling you not to go any deeper. And he's like, let's go another 100 meters. Like, yeah, it was just wild. So I would suggest anyone to go check out that Titan documentary on Netflix, because it was just wild to just watch this guy, like, just take no advice from anybody.
Yeah, he didn't want to take anybody. And look what happened. It killed him. And unfortunately, he took 4 or 5 people with him.
He took 2 billionaires and then another billionaire and his son. So the one guy that he took down with him was like an expert at the Titanic. Like, he made his whole career about the Titanic. And then he had just some other millionaire that just wanted to see it, and then a millionaire and his son. And the way that he got away with doing it is he would make them part of the crew, and that was how he could get away with paying passengers and not have to got his submarine certified, because his passengers were crew members, and that's how he worked his way around it. But everybody around him was like, this is not, no, this can't work.
And everybody that was really good at what they did left.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Because
how do you sign your name onto something? Like, that one gal did it just right. She's like, I was like locking these people into something that I didn't know if they would come back from. The one young gal, the brunette. Yeah. She was like, how do I do this? And then there was one the whistleblower, and he was the first one to get fired or let go from the company because he was like, I can't sign off on this. Like, I can't do that. I can't have my name associated with this. And it's just fucking wild what these people were able to get away with.
And in international waters, it's just sad. It's just sad that I just don't think none of it should have happened.
Oh, absolutely not.
And so many red flags. So many red flags.
So many red flags. Like, it was red flag city.
I am not like a real book learned person. I do have a college degree, but even I was able to see that this was a bad idea.
A bad fucking idea.
The first ping you hear, I'm out.
Oh, absolutely. And then dive 80, and then they have 82 or 81, 82, where the pings just got constantly louder and louder, and then by 83 is when it imploded. And those people were gone before we found the parts of the Titan. When I think it was the U.S. Coast Guard found the parts of the Titan. Like, there is this recording, and I don't know how many, they said that they found these recordings deep in the ocean, and it just makes me wonder how many recording devices we have in the ocean and why we have them. Like, that's where my mind goes. It's like, why is that in there? Because all they caught was this little... That's all they caught was this little blimp in the noise, and I bet you that little blip is when it imploded. They lost connection with those guys an hour after they were supposed to check in, and then we searched for them for 3 days, and then on the 4th day we finally found pieces of the Titan. But my main question is, why do we have these recording devices in the ocean? That's what I want to know.
Just randomly. They're just out there randomly. Just listening for what comes out.
You know what really fucks me up is we know more about outer space than we do about our own oceans. What's with that?
It's dangerous. Like, I just think it's dangerous, boo.
Yeah, I agree with you there. The crazy thing is that NASA started out as a research facility for our oceans, and then they said, nah, fuck this, let's go to space. What about the oceans did NASA say, fuck this?
That's a good question. I don't have the answer.
Aliens, that's the answer.
It's always
Cryptids.
about aliens.
It goes back to the cryptids. That fake science you talked about last time is the reason NASA was like, nah, fuck the oceans. But I'm glad you guys checked that out. I wanted to bring it up to you, and I didn't know if you had watched it, so I'm glad we were able to bounce off of each other and talk about it.
Yeah. It was a really good, and like I said, 2023 is really great for me, but watching something like that, it didn't bring back any memories or anything, but
no, not at all.
Yeah, so it was good. All right, what do you got for me tonight?
This story comes from UPI, and it says the world's most expensive cheese sells for $42,232
per ounce.
No, just the whole cheese. It's like one of those big
wheels.
Yeah, it looks like about half of it, and it's a very bluish cheese.
You don't like blue cheese. I like.
Do you like blue cheese?
You know what? It doesn't make me want to puke.
Tristan loves blue cheese, and I can't ever remember ever really eating blue cheese.
It's an acquired taste. It really is. Like, if you like mushrooms, do you like mushrooms?
I put up with mushrooms. Like, if we get it on a pizza, I'm not going to pick them off, but it's not my first pick for a topping on pizza.
But that is okay because you can eat it like, if you like a mushroom like flavor and taste and texture, then you would like it.
One thing I've never forgiven my partners for, and it's just so stupid. Like, when you hear this story, you're gonna go, Dakota, you're just ridiculous. One time, Rin made pizza, and they used the pobello mushrooms, the big capped mushrooms.
Mm-hmm.
They used that as the crust and put like the sauce and then the cheese and then the toppings, and I didn't touch it. We've never made it since, and it's probably been 4 or 5 years, and I still have ever forgiven them for trying to make me eat that pizza for dinner one night. I was so fucking upset. Like, I was so mad.
You're like, I'm hungry and I ain't gonna get nothing out of dinner tonight.
I was so upset. And you know the fucked up thing too is about a year ago I got really into keto, and we did the same exact thing but with Philly cheesesteak toppings. So you do all the Philly cheesesteak stuff, and then you put all the Philly cheesesteak toppings on top of the mushroom, and I thought that was the world's best shit ever. I thought it was so delicious because I couldn't eat bread when I was doing keto.
Right.
And that was so good. Like, I would eat that any day, but you turn it into pizza, and I'm like, fuck you. Okay, so anyways, this cheese sold for $42,000 on July 8th. Cheese aged in a cave for 10 months received top marks in its competition in Spain and earned a Guinness World Record when it was announced or auctioned for $42,232. The cheese created by Angel Des Cheese Factory was sold by the Regulatory Council DOP in Spain. The purchase by restaurant El Lager de Colto. Sorry, guys, I can't read that very well. Guinness World Record declared the dairy delicacy the most expensive cheese sold at auction. The cheese hit the auction block after the DOP named it Major Queso del Carmen, or best cheese of the competition. The pricey cheese weighed in at 5 pounds, which was made of cow's milk and aged for 10 months in the Los Mos Cave, which is nearly 5,000 feet above sea level. And that's where the article ends.
Huh.
I'll post it in the show notes, but this cheese does not look good. I wouldn't fucking eat this cheese. Nope, there's no fucking way. I might taste it on a cracker, but I don't know.
Taste it on a cracker.
It's like that coffee that they make from cat shit. Like, I would like to say I've tried it, just to say I've tried it, but I'm not going to go out and seek the world's expensive coffee. You know how that coffee's made, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Would you try it just to say you've tried it or no?
Nope.
No? Mom's saying nope.
And we come back to the question that we asked a couple weeks ago, like...
It was just last week. It was just last episode, the 20th episode of whether or not we would eat our spouse's shit or our sibling's shit.
The answer is an absolute no.
See, I would be more willing to try the coffee than I would be willing to try my sibling's shit capsules. Where does that put me in the...
That's a little odd, Dakota.
There's a fine line there, and I have gone over the edge.
That's a little odd. Ooh, all right. Am I up?
Yes, you are.
All right. So, featured in, the hard-hitting magazine, U.S. Weekly. I don't know if this is just full of fake news, but here this is. The featured story is about the rise of competitive sex trends inside the lucrative OnlyFans Olympics. What? So, adult content creator Bonnie Blue made waves when announcing in January she'd broken an all-time record by having sex with 1,057 men in 12 hours. The jaw-dropping effort quickly catapulted through OnlyFans, with other creators attempting to top her feat as part of a so-called competitive sex trend.
What? 12 hours? So, she was taking multiple dicks at the same time. There's no way you can get 1,000 men in 12 hours just vaginally.
I don't know, Dakota.
It had to be some triple penetration and oral. Like, there's no fucking way. I gotta go research this. This is a topic I'm willing to research.
So one person, one of Bonnie Blue's disclaimers say that they can imitate it with 583 men in 6 hours, which is on pace to actually beat her. And it's just this whole subgenre of OnlyFans that it's competitive sex.
Okay, I'm gonna go to ChatGPT and have her do the math for me. Yes, my ChatGPT is a lady. That's what I've decided. How many dicks would I have to have in me if I wanted to have sex with 583 men in 6 hours?
Wait. Do you wonder how ChatGPT comes up with these numbers?
360 minutes divided by 583 men equals 0.617 minutes per person, or about 37 seconds per man. That logically almost impossible if done one after another, unless there's overlap, multiple people at once. So, oh shit. Each person needs to last at least a minute. You'd need about 97 people per hour. That's 1.6 men per minute. Unless you're a machine, the only way that this works is with multiple people stimulation.
That is just wild. It's wild, Miss Dakota, I tell you.
So most scenarios estimate you'd need 5 to 10 men at a time to make it logistically possible, and that's just still pushing physical limits and safety. That's what ChatGPT. 5 to 10 men. ChatGPT is like, I don't know how much you can fit in an orifice, but it doesn't sound logical. That is fucking wild.
ChatGPT's like, no.
Did anybody beat it?
I don't know.
The article? No?
You'll have to look up the article. It's in U.S. Weekly today.
Will you send it to me so I can put it in the show notes?
Yeah.
Yeah? That is wild.
I know. It's right up there. Like, I was going to talk to your dad about it, but he's not home yet.
Well, now he just gets to hear about it. And now I have my own research I need to do.
Yep.
I need to go see this Olympics. That is wild. Okay. So, my next story is a bear gets trapped in a Colorado car and redecorates the interior.
Oh, I think I saw this video.
Did you? It's wild.
Where they let him out and the car was just total.
It was fucked up. On July 3rd, a bear managed to close itself inside a parked car in Colorado and demolish the interior of the vehicle before being freed by the sheriff's deputy. The Jefferson County Sheriff's Office shared body cam footage recorded by a deputy summoned to the location in the foothills. Oh, there's a bear in there, the deputy can be heard saying after peering through the window.
I think he said that a little bit more.
Oh, there's a bear in there. Is that better? How would you say that sentence?
Oh my effing Lord, there's a bear in the car.
Oh, there's a bear in there, the deputy can be heard saying after peering through the window. The deputy used a rope to open the car's door from a safe distance, freeing the bear. The animal managed to completely destroy the interior of the vehicle before being set free. Caution, local bears. You do not have
insurance. Your insurance is going to be rejected, number one. Number two, you're never going to get insurance again.
You think insurance would cancel it even though they've got the footage of the bear in there?
He left it open. He had to have left it open. That's what the insurance company's going to say. You had to have left it open in order for a bear to get in there. Denied.
This is why I think car insurance is a fucking scam.
I think car insurance is a little bit of a scam. Well,
the animal managed to completely destroy the interior of the vehicle before being set free. Caution, local bears may redecorate your car, the department said on Facebook. Bears are really good at breaking into vehicles, but not so good at getting out. This is a good reminder to keep your vehicles locked even when at home. Also, bears can smell any snacks you may have in your car, so don't tempt them to turn your car into a bear buffet.
Oh, it's too funny.
So, I also really wanted to touch on the tragedy that happened in Texas over the weekend. My partner, Rin, is originally from Texas. They weren't born in Texas, but they grew up and were raised in Texas for a lot of their life, so this has really hit home for them. But over the 4th of July weekend, massive rainstorms hit the Hill City area and dumped up to 20 inches of rain in some places. It caused rivers like the Galapagos to rise over 26 feet in less than an hour.
Yeah. It just and they had all of the things in place where they were notifying people of the water rising, and then I'm going to cry. It's just heartbreaking that within an hour, less than an hour, can you imagine 27 feet? I can't even imagine 27 feet.
Well, you think of most pools, and most pools go only to 15 feet deep, and it's a struggle for me to, like, I remember as a kid when we would go to Cherry Hill, and they had the deepest part of the pool was, 10, 15 feet deep, and I remember it being a struggle just to dive down, because we had the little toys that would sink to the bottom, and all the kids would try to go grab them, and I remember 10 feet being, it was a fucking lot to get down there to grab those, but 16 extra feet? That's wild.
It's just, and it's just so heartbreaking. They're just, the majority of the people that have died are just young people. And
it's been called
little babies, just babies.
Yeah.
Just heart-wrenching.
Yeah. It's being called one of the deadliest floods in Texas history. Over 120 people have died, and many are still missing, including campers at a girls' summer camp. Can you imagine, like, you just send your kid to this summer camp that you think is going to be this awesome time, and that's the last time you see them?
Yeah, one family had twins
that was missing.
Both of the twins, they found them. Yeah, both of them were deceased.
Rin was telling me that,
like, it's not just like, oh, like the water rose. It was like it rose and it carried these poor people 15, 20 miles downriver.
Yeah, absolutely.
So the breadth of the area that the recovery people are having to cover is just overwhelming, because it just washed everything down so far.
Rin was telling me that they saw this thing on online, and it said that some of the older girls were having the younger girls write their names on their arm so they could identify who they were when they found them. And just so heartbreaking. Like, it's just devastating. One of the saddest parts of the story is Camp Mystic, a Christian camp for girls along the river. They had just finished the 4th of July celebration when the water came in. 27 campers and counselors died. More are still missing. It's hard to even wrap your head around that kind of loss. Like we were just saying, it's just like I can't even think about. I don't even know how to express my heartache that I have for these parents, these families, the siblings, the grandparents, just all involved in that loss. Yeah.
Yeah. And it hit such a wide swath of America. Like, yeah. Because these girls came, but they were people from back east, and there were people from California. And it wasn't just a Texas issue. This is a far-reaching.
Here's the part that hurts the most. Some of this could have been prevented. Warnings were sent out days before the storm, but not everybody got them. And even if they did, some people didn't take them seriously. That's called the normalcy bias, when we think it'll be fine, it won't happen to me, but it did. The floods maps were outdated. The camp had a disaster plan, but it wasn't enough. The people had no backup ways to communicate when phone services went down. The soil was super dry from the drought that they've had this year, so instead of soaking up the rain, it caused flash runoff that made the water rise faster and higher.
Ugh. And it was a 100-year storm. Meaning,
Yes.
like, it wouldn't happen again in another 100 years, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But, it's just so sad. It's just the babies.
The bigger lesson that we can take from here, so what can we do to take away from this, is we need better systems, better warnings, better zoning rules. Places like summer camps and RV parks need real disaster plans and backup ways to get in touch when phones stop working. Nature is always going to be powerful, but we can do more to respect the power and protect each other. It's just so crazy.
It is crazy.
I read somewhere, too, is that Texas was willing to spend more money on their immigration issue than they were to spend on their flooding advisory program. The flooding advisory program was set for, we'll say, I don't know the exact numbers, was set for $25 billion is what they were going to put in to upgrade their systems for flood warnings. And instead, they spent $50 billion in trying to fight the immigration issue. And again, this is something I read. I think I read it. I can't remember where I read. Maybe it was TikTok or Facebook. So it's not like a true. I can't take this information for facts. It may just be propaganda that I'm reading into because of my algorithm. But if that's the case, it just sounds like the Texas government failed these people when I'm reading it that way. And again, I'm not taking that for fact. I'm taking it with a very huge grain of salt. I just don't know. But if this all could have been prevented, again, you're not going to prevent this kind of Mother Nature disaster. But if there's a way to warn people about it, that's where my issues lie.
And I agree that the problem is hindsight's 2020, especially with natural disasters and trying to politicize them. I find that politicizing tragedy is just it's futile. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. It's like you said, it's that 2020 hindsight. It's easy to see now why they should have spent the money elsewhere, whether or not that's true. I will look into it more as this story progresses. I'll look into it more. And again, I can't take what I've read as facts because I'm getting it from unreliable sources. I don't read things on Facebook and take it as absolute fact. I don't hear things from TikTok and hear it as absolute fact. But there has to be some truth to those sources. Do you know what I'm saying?
And I think my only problem, I do see what you're saying, and I understand that, but I think that any type, like I'm saying, when you try to politicize a horrible, like, once in a lifetime kind of storm and not make it political is a very
slippery slope.
Yeah,
not to try to make a joke of everything that happened, but it is a slippery slope.
Right. Yeah. No, and I agree with that 100%.
Yeah, it's just so devastating. Yeah, it's
and I think that people are searching for an answer to why this tragedy would happen.
Mm-hmm.
And when people are searching for something, they latch onto things that maybe are not the truth, 100% the truth, or latch onto a piece of the story. You know what I mean? Instead of the whole story.
Mm-hmm.
And I think,
but I also think it's really hard to get the whole story because everywhere you look at, there's so many parts to this story. There's so many parts to that story that it's so hard to just get a cohesive. Like, I just want a site that I know I can trust and I know is not so far right, so far left, so in the center. Like, I just want a source that I can 100% trust, and we don't get that right now.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I I feel like where I get my news sources, but those aren't the same places that you want to get your news sources from.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm, Republican.
Mm-hmm. And it's easy to point fingers at you and like make fun of you for getting your information from that site, but it's vice versa. It's easy for you to point fingers at me where I'm getting my news information, but at the same time, we're not in that gray area of the black and white of where we're getting our information. And that gray area, I feel, is very critical, because that gray area is going to give you the most cohesive aspect of what's really going on.
Is it more cohesive, or just more of a buy-in to be able to... It's like a common humanity, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like a common thing that people do or say. So it's common humanity, so everybody knows it because that's the common humanity of the situation.
See, I think of the gray area as where you're combining the two stories to pull out the facts from each story, Like if the right side has all of these facts, and then the left side has all of these facts, but those, like what is the chart? The circle charts where the two meet in the middle?
I don't know.
Oh.
I really don't.
It's like a diagram. You have the circles, and then
With
the circles
pie
are pushed. No, it's not a pie chart. So you have two circles, right? And then somewhere in the middle is...
Oh, okay. The center, yes.
In the center is the actual truth of what's happening.
Yep. Yes,
so that's where I want to find the center. I want to find the truth of what's going on.
That's a tough question, because everybody's truth is a little left of center. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, your truth is different than my truth, and the reason behind that is because my lived experience is different than yours.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I feel for everybody on what they're going through in Texas. They're still trying to clean up from this. It's the 10th. We're recording the night before Friday, and like this just happened several days ago, and it's just, they're still trying to clean up. And I feel for my partner, because this is where they grew up. Part of that flood went right through the town that they grew up in. You know what I mean? Like, it's just devastating.
It is devastating. And from everybody here at Current Chatter, we just want to just say, God bless you to anybody who's been affected by this storm.
If there's any way that I can help, if you guys want to send me links for recovery programs, or links for what am I thinking of? Fundraisers, please do, and we will continue to put those in the show notes. I want to help any way I can. It's just heavy. Well, let's jump in on a lighter note. Mom wanted to do some icebreaker questions because the people have enjoyed getting to know us better. Supposedly. I don't know why anybody would want to get to know me.
Wow. These are just icebreaker questions because, people want to know who's who and what we're doing. So, if you could have any superpower, what would it be?
Telekinesis.
And what is that exactly?
So, in my head, telekinesis is being able to move or do anything with your mind. And my mind is not very sharp. So, if I could do anything, I could teleport anywhere because I just thought of it. Think of like
that seems like a lot of work. I would probably end up someplace I wouldn't want to be.
Telekinesis is always my go-to.
I have a very, very creative imagination. And I would hate to think of something and be like, that'd be cool, and end up there.
No, I'm talking about like real world. If I just decided to go to, and I would never do this because it would stress me the fuck out. If I thought about going to New York on New Year's Eve, I could just appear there and watch the ball drop and then go home.
Give me one sec.
Okay. So while Mom is gone, I want to give you guys a joke. What did the sushi roll say to the bumblebee? Wasabi. It's funny, goddammit.
Okay, sorry. That was so bad.
No, you're good. You're good.
Okay, so for me, what superpower I would like to have, I would love to be able to fly.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think that'd be cool.
Just go wherever?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just get up and go, yeah.
It's a bird. It's a plane. No, it's Losa.
What's your favorite way to waste time?
Currently, it's video games. I do love me. I have been playing a ton of Black Ops 6 online. So if you see Kota McCoy running through, it's Kota McCoy 13. If you see that gamer tag come through, that is me playing online, and I'm attempting to just destroy everybody. I really suck at it. I suck ass at online games, but I just find so much enjoyment out of it. If it's not video games, it would probably be kicking back with a cold beer and watching some TV, a documentary.
Yeah. Ooh, yes.
What about you?
What's my favorite way to waste time? Just, I don't know. Usually it's playing on my phone.
Yeah.
That's
you get down the TikTok holes.
Yeah, the cryptid, Bigfoot. Oh, I went down, and then the week before I was in the Labubu, craze, and yeah.
Well, so like Bigfoots, are you just watching the AI generated Bigfoots?
Yes.
Have you watched the Nair ones recently?
Yes, the one you sent me. Oh my! I look like a nutsack.
I'm gonna try this shampoo called Neri.
I'm never doing another review for any of you people.
Yeah, those AI Bigfoots are fucking great. One of the guys at work today asked me if I've seen it. I'm like, yeah, dude, I've seen him. You're late to the party, bro.
Oh, that is too much. All right, last question. What is a random fact that you've learned recently?
There is a jellyfish called the ever-living jellyfish that will kill itself when it's becoming too old, but the way it kills itself, it regenerates itself. So just like Benjamin Button in reverse.
That is very random, Dakota.
You asked.
I know that you really like jellyfish. So if people didn't know that about you, they would be like, that is just the most random.
If you asked me last week, it would have been that koala babies eat their parents' shit.
Yes, no, that's no. All right, for me, a random fact that I've learned: wombat poop is cube shaped.
Yeah, I knew that one. Try again.
Oh my goodness! Honey never spoils.
I knew that. I've looked it up.
Sharks existed before trees.
I feel like I knew that one.
Yeah, and then one last one for you. Bananas are berries, but strawberries aren't.
What?
Strawberries are not berries, but bananas are.
Wait, why? How? What?
Botanically, bananas meet all the criteria of a true berry, while strawberries do not.
But why?
I don't know why. Why did they call coconut a coconut when it's not? There's no nut involved in coconut.
That's true, because you can eat coconut, but you can't eat any other nut.
Yeah, because it's a fruit. Right?
Weird.
Yeah.
Weird.
Who knew?
Yeah, but I knew that wombat poop stuff, and I always thought, like, do wombats, like, sit and, like, build poop sculptures with their square poop? That's where my my ADHD brain goes.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a cutout for the end of the episode. I sit and think about wombats sticking their shit. How about this one? Did you know that? Okay, so a platypus is my spirit animal. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
I love platypuses. They are so fucking weird. They don't make any goddamn sense, and that's me to my core. I am a platypus. Did you know that male platypuses have a barb on one of their back legs that is poisonous and could kill someone?
Yes, I knew platypuses were poisonous.
Yeah. Yep. That's another weird fact that I have that you knew about. But yeah, if you had a spirit animal, what would it be, Mama?
It would be an otter.
An otter? I love that. I think that's
they
so
are
cute.
So cute, and they sleep like 80% of their day, and they sleep with holding hands with each other, and then the other 2 hours of the day that they're awake, they're just eating. So they're eating or they're sleeping, and it just encompasses exactly who I am.
You're like #goals.
Exactly.
See, and I also know that otters have like a special pouch they keep a special rock in. They have like that is so great. But yes, I my spirit animal is a platypus. Mom's spirit animal is an otter. I love that for you. That, like, I love you so immensely, and that just makes me love you more. Like, I love otters. I love watching them at the aquarium. They're the shit.
They are. They're so cute.
They have so much fun.
Yeah. They're just happy little things. They don't attack people. Dad got to see a bunch of them in Alaska. He's like,
Did
the
he?
boat would just pull up next to, and there'd just be a bunch of otters holding
Trying to
each
get
other
at the bait.
Mm-hmm.
That's cute.
How cute.
That's so cute.
All right. You know what it means when we're all done. Drink your water and talk to your therapist. Get your shit taken care of.
Get your shit taken care of. Yeah. All right, guys. We'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Shit my pants. Who shit my pants?
Come on, you fucker.